Second match of the night, ready to go here at Ryerson University. We are at Kerr Hall, not at the Mattamy Sports Center this week. Two teams that won their matches last week, the Madawaska Madmen and Soul Machine, now about to do battle. Both of these sides, one of them had a 5-set win, one of them had a 4-set win. Let's see who I can find on Soul Machine. There's Jory Mantha, easy to spot. Nikola Dimitrievich, the setter. Uchenna Ofoa. Is out there as well. Brian Fotley. Alex Elliott. Sorry, it's taking me a few seconds to just sort of spot a few people here. Over on the Madmen side, there's James Battiston, the import from Brazil, Zhikowski. Mathieu Poulin, McGurr the setter, and we're underway. And a tip on the first point, but there is a net violation for Soul Machine. And the first point of the game goes to the Madawaska Madmen. And that's followed right up with an ace. And just like that, it's an early 2 for the Madmen. That's Jeremy Fanton serving for the ace out of Sheraton College. Jules Mahawe and Uchenna Ofoa gets the first point of the game for Soul Machine. The former Ryerson player, always on familiar territory here. It's his second year in the league, but he's also had a stint playing professionally over in Finland. Running line drive serve. The attack comes. Not much you can do on that one as Jordan Zeman puts that one down. Zeman, an assistant to Adam Simak here with the Ryerson Rams. And into the game, Liam Gray, the setter. Last week he was playing at libero. But McGurr is in there now. And he has to chase that one down. And it's a free ball. Mahawe to Jory Mantha. Expect me to say his name quite a bit. He picks up where he left off last week with a big swing. Does Jory Mantha. Howie Grossinger coaches the Madmen. And it's Mantha to Poulin. Off the hands, out of bounds. And John May is the owner of the Soul Machine, but he's over there coaching the women's team right now. They're in action. It's his son, Reed May, running the show tonight. There's the quick set Ofoa. And it's back to a 1-point game. Uchenna Ofoa played for Kukala Tikarit over in Finland. Poulin handles the serve. And the setter dump. Zhikowski tries to catch him napping, but now in transition. Not able to do much with it. And Poulin on the attack for the Madmen. Handled well. With a block. 2 there. I think Poulin is claiming it. And James Battiston was also there. And the Madmen are the first to 5. Last one went 5 very long sets. Let's see what this one has in store. All these teams so evenly matched in this league. something off it. Inches away from swiping the net, but Tyler Kovac makes it 5-4. Spin serve, hammered in for the ace. Fotley played with Team Ontario. Queen's University is his alma mater. And the Soul Machine have tied it at 5. He puts that one into the net. And the Madmen get the serve back. No Louis Pierre Mainville tonight from the looks of things for the Madawaska Madmen. A long time, 8 years on the Canadian national team. Great decision from Jules Mahawe to let it go. Oh, my mistake. The call is in, so it is an ace serve. Based on the reaction, maybe they were just trying to sell it. Well, they sold me on it. Set comes. Second chance at it. I think there's a lift there. Mantha called for it. Baddiston played some beat. She's played some pro. Right down in front of Poulin. On the attack. Now back to serve. Tyler Kovac with the opportunity. York Lion alum. And the set comes right back. Big swing. Down it goes. Jeremy Fanton. I mentioned Poulin, that men's national team. If you're watching it all from Ottawa, make sure you check out the Nations League action this weekend in the nation's capital. We'll get back to that in just a second. That's a big block at the net. 2 men in on it. Zeman and Ryan De Bruyne. And it's a service error by Zhikowski. Now here's why the Canadian men's team is playing very, very well in Nations League. They're into that top 6, which is enough to qualify them for the final round. The other thing is, and I'll get back to that in just a second as this rally goes on, it's going to be a free ball. Dumped right at the net. Zhikowski's going to set it up. Fotley off the hands. And here comes Mantha. Not able to finish that one off. Just tries to dump it. Tries to be a little too cheeky. That was Fanton. And he makes the error. The other reason, if you didn't need to go see the world's best volleyball players in action, is that Gavin Schmidt is back with the national team. Now in transition, here comes Soul Machine, Ofoa. Nice dig, Fanton tries to dump it over. And Fotley off the hands and out of bounds. And Brian Fotley with the swing. And it's 10-9. As you can imagine, my name is Gavin Day, so Gavin Schmidt has a special affinity for him, or I have a special affinity for anyone with that name. There's a big block now at the net. 2 men in on it, Uchenna Ofoa and Nikola Dimitrievich, and we're tied at 10. So as I said, if you're anywhere near Ottawa and can get down there this weekend, do yourself a favor and go check it out. There's the set. Great cross-court kill, still going, dumped over Dimitrievich. And McGurr just swipes at it. Second opportunity with the tip. It's back over for the Madmen. This time, though, no mistake. Goes Joran Zeman. And the Madmen retake the lead. Center dump. Not fooling the Madmen, though. Poulin cross court, out of bounds, no touch. Tied at 11. Cross court, big kill. Once again, Joran Zeman. It's great serve, and he puts it right into the net. And once again, tied. Jory Mantha back to serve. Played in Slovenia and in Cyprus. Master Marauders are over bump at the net. Punished right back down by Tyler Kovac. Mantha's going to get another chance to hammer one hard here. Handled by Gray. Zeman on the attack, but it's a net violation by Soul Machine. They're all saying it wasn't me. But it is still a point for the Madmen. Now Zeman to serve. That's a piece of the tape. Forward right down the middle on that quick set. Now it is Afoa back to serve. Spin serve by him. Nice dig by McGurr. To Poulin. Up the net. Two men there. I see Brian Fotley. And I see Alex Elliott. The Queens and McMaster alums work together to deny the Madmen. But then Afoa will want a redo of that one, or maybe he just doesn't like Tyler Kovac, I don't know. But the Madmen get the point back. And it's Mathieu Poulin, Western and Fanshawe College. Spin serve by him. Over to Fotley, but right there at the net. With the block, Jeremy Fanton. And we are tied once again at 15. And Poulin again with the spin serve. Way too much on that one. And the Soul Machine retake the lead. Late serve, quick set. Throwing it, and then the setter dump by Zhikowski. That one is effective. And we are tied once again. I have a feeling this could be a theme tonight. Battiston with the serve. Two men working together on the block. Alex Elliott, Nicholas Sandich. As James Battiston back to serve. His serve goes long. Let's get things games up to date. We're tied at 17. Serving now. Throw machine. Set. Blocked. Kovac again to serve. Spin serve. Poulin with the pass. Jakowski again with the dump. He's twice pulled that one off. I think that was more out of necessity. It was an over bump, and Jakowski had limited options. There's nobody at the net guarding him. And they're tied at 18. The set to Mantha. My goodness. Jory Mantha. As he does oh so well. Just brings some thunder. And it's Elliott. Handled by Poulin. Jakowski sets up Zeman, and he responds. And a substitution. For Madawaska, Fanton's out. In to serve is Brad Girardo. He's played at Team Ontario. He split his time with York and Ryerson in his U Sports career. And he's back there now to serve. Spin serve coming, handled by Mahawe. And the set to Mantha. Finding his groove is Jory Mantha. And back in, Dimitrievich and Fotley. And it is going to be Nikola Dimitrievich, pardon me, from the Waterloo Warrior. Back to serve. That's the setter. Jakowski. Zeman decides to tip. Dimitrievich to Mantha again. Let the Madmen get some hands to it. Poulin in transition. Catches Dimitrievich's hand and out of bounds. And there is no daylight between these two teams so far. We are tied at 20 in the first set. And Liam Gray, Georgian College alum, coming in once again to serve. Spin serve, good movement on that one. The set to Mantha on that right side, switching it up a little bit. And here comes Poulin. But right there, roofed Mantha and Uchenna Ofoa for the big Soul Machine block. The Cheers timeout called. The Madmen wanting to talk things out. They don't want to see this first set slip away. It stands at the moment, Soul Machine 21, Madawaska Madmen 20. So as they take a break, as will I. I'll see you in just a minute. Spin serve. Zeman. Chance in transition now. Mahawe the set. Rolled over. McGurr handles it. Just about enough. Jakowski. The quick set to Ofoa. Again McGurr. And then it's a free ball. And Uchenna Ofoa, big swing, big miss. a hit there. Insides, Fontley just decides to dump it over. Poulin puts it off the block. Zhukowski goes to Zeman. And then right there's a net violation, and they knew it. Addiston can't believe his luck. It was sitting right there at the net. Addiston maybe got a little too eager there. And gets a piece of the net, loses the point. And it's Sandich to serve for Soul Machine. Poulin answers right away. And Nicola Sandich sits down after serving, and Jules Mohammed, libero, checks back in. And it was Mathieu Poulin to serve. He's had a few good ones tonight. Dimitrievich down the pipe, Mantha. Another point for the Soul Machine. Fontley tries the big serve, goes wide though. And matching blow for blow, these two sides. That's great. Checks out. And Holloway, Dimitrievich, quick set. Effective. Alex Elliott on the point. And now it is the first set point of the match. Couple changes coming in. I see Paul Jakubiak checking in. Dart Jackman's back in as well, and there's going to be a timeout to try to see if they can't ice the server on set point here in the first set. The Soul Machine up 24-23 on the Madawaska Madmen, so decisive point coming up in just a few minutes. Set point. Spin serve. Zhukowski's going to set it up. Zeman's going to try to kill it, and he does. There is no separating these two teams. We're going to need some extra points to finish this one off. Pedro Zhukowski, the thing's knotted at 24. Kovac. Miss hit on the quick set, but they get another shot at it. Elliott, and now in transition, Zeman. And now it's the Soul Machine's turn to call timeout with them trailing by a point on set point. Zhukowski as the teams come out from timeout, serving for the first set. Mantha, no touch, and that's the first set. And the Madawaska Madmen gut this one out. They take the first set 26-24. And as they switch ends, I'll just take a quick pause and we'll be back in just a few moments.
It's usually my left. This is probably taking my right. This is probably what it's like. Yeah, it's just playing with middle. Centers have a good. You guys do it again. Have you ever played anything? Oh yeah, this is away from you. You throw this way. You guys gonna come by the house? Oh yeah. Awesome. We're knocking on. Yeah, it's right there. It's funny, I always tell my son that.
1-2 Matt, play!
I remember every time I was I always remember you talking to the tile to the bathroom and see you poking your head through there. That was like an endless amount of time. I was shocked. I remember we sent a guy into the sauna and like 2 hours later, one board would come by. What are you doing in there? Similar to watching.
The teams come back out for the second set. We had one match go the distance tonight, and if that first set was any indication, this one very well could as well. The Madawaska Madmen took that first set 26-24. But don't ever count out the Soul Machine. There are some big swingers on that team. Looks like they are just about set to get back to the action. The other live stream, of course, is the women's game over on the other court. Soul Machine's over there as well against Bounce United. They were already well into their game. It's our first, well, they were just starting their game. I wasn't sure how far they got when this first match over here wrapped up in 5 sets. So they're probably well ahead of us right now. Looks like we are ready to go. And it's going to be the Madmen getting things back underway. It will be the setter, Pedro Zhikowski. Floats this one in, and Hawaii handles it. The set's to Mantha. He decides to tip. Just as effective. And the Soul Machine get the first point of the match. Zhikowski comes here, certainly with some pedigree. He was on the team that finished 4th place at the Under-21 Worlds a couple of years ago. He's out of Brazil. There he is on the set down the pipe. Poulet off Afoa's hands and out of bounds. So we are knotted at 1, picking up where we left off as the first set came to the end, with both teams trading the points. And into the game to serve is Brad Gerardo. Spin serve coming from him, handled well. One-handed set, and a 4 with the exclamation mark on that point. Dimitrievich, no way he's getting 2 hands on that set, but he left it right there, cradled it for Afoa to finish. And Mantha goes cross court with that spin serve for the ace. Put it right into traffic, too. There were some holes in this Madawaska side, but Mantha goes, yeah, I'll put it where they are. And it found a very small hole to sneak into. Mantha, again, this time goes to Poulin. Zeman decides to roll it over. And everyone just stands and watches. And it goes to the Soul Machine. And they lead 4-1 here in the early going. And Mantha, big swing, big ace. That serve is something else. It's going cross court, getting so much spin on that serve and pace. Good luck if you're one of the madmen. Here it comes again. Well, when he does that, when he puts it long, you don't have to chase that one down. Back into the game is Gray to serve. Liam Gray, normally a setter, but here he's just brought in on serving duty. It's 5-2 in the early goings for Soul Machine, as they put up a few points on Jory Mantha's serve. The serve from Gray. Not able to get a lot on that, but it's just enough to throw off the Madmen. That's Kovac. Hoekstra in for serving duties. Zeman roofed by Kovac. Right into the wall. Tyler Kovac. He was once a York Lion. Hoekstra. A little piece of the tape caught there. Now in transition. Decides to just bump it over, and it comes to Zeman. He goes cross court. This time, no mistake. And it is going to be Zeman to serve. Afoa back in for Hoekstra. And Jules Mahale into the game as well. Libero checking back in. Zeman handled by Mahawe. Quick set. Elliott. And that's a free ball. This time shoots it over to the far side. Kovac. And Soul Machine is cruising now. Dropping that first set was cause for revenge. It's Fotley in to serve. And spin serve. And sets to Zeman. Nobody there. Finds its way in. Poulin with the serve. And it's an ace. Looked like it might have been going long, but it spun in. And the gap drops that little bit. It's 8-5 for Soul Machine. And off the roof, and that counts as being in play, but it's left up right at the net, and Battiston with the thank you very much. There's a timeout now by Soul Machine as the Madawaska Madmen close the gap a little bit. James Battiston, there's a York Lion alum as well. A lot of familiarity between these guys. He played professionally in Austria and the Netherlands. So he provides the exclamation mark to that point and causes the timeout from Soul Machine. Tulane with the spin serve. Mantha's there. The set comes to Fotley. And the Soul Machine lead 9-6. Kovac tries his spin serve. Poulet, nice dive. And there's a shot off the hands. That was Phantom back into the game. It's now 9-7 for Soul Machine. Battiston the serve. Set comes to Mantha, and he is blocked, but it goes out of bounds. No touch coming back the other way, and so Soul Machine are the first to 10. Here's the serve. Bukowski, quick set. And it's a point for the Madmen as they close it back up to a 2-point game. And it is going to be Zhukowski back to serve. Another close set between these two sides. Awkward serve handle, and it's an ace. Kovac couldn't get to it. It's back to a 1-point game. Ofoa in transition at the net. Uchenna Ofoa, a little Dikembe Mutombo finger wag, no sir. Soul Machine gets that 2-point lead back. I don't think they've counted the score yet. I have. Zeman blocked out of bounds. We got to check the score here. I don't think that. There you go. We got it sorted. Oh, they called it 10-10, but I always thought it was 11-10 for Soul Machine, and we're going to sort this out. I'm keeping it as my score. And small fist pump for me. I was right. It is 11-10. Small victory lap, and we go on. Zurado with the serve. That's out of bounds. And it is 12-10 for the Soul Machine, and look who's back to serve. Jory Mantha. See how much love he's going to enjoy back there this time. Handled well. Zhukowski the set. Zeman rolls the shot. Lovely little touch. There's a substitution, and Gray, of course, back in to serve. Serve coming. Handled well. Quick set. Ofoa. We get a second crack at it. Awkward set. Fotley able to keep that inside the antenna. And then Tulane puts it off Fotley and then off the antenna. And so the point goes to the Madawaska Madmen. We are tied at 12. Serve from Gray. Comes to Kovac. Not sure what Zhukowski was trying to do there. I think he realized afterwards that's not what I wanted to do. Float serve handled well by Gray. Poulin snuck inside the block. Fotley's there. Wasn't close enough to the net. And what do you know? They were tied again. It's been the theme for the evening between these two teams. Zeman is going to be back to serve, and we are able to resume. Quick set. Bit of a mistake there, and there is no touch, and so there's 4 hits for the Soul Machine. A miscue. So now back in front. So the Madawaska Madmen already up a set. Cross court spin serve, but it's wide. Had the beating of the Soul Machine, but I think they also knew that it was going wide. So back into the game is Jakubiak, Paul Jakubiak, and Dart Jackman as well. We are tied at 14 here in the second set, and as Jakubiak is going to serve. Float serve, handled by McGurr, the libero, to Poulin. Blocked and still going, but it's going to be a free ball now. Soul Machine. Chance in transition, the big swing goes wide. Kovac. Oh, he didn't hit that one well enough. And the Madmen take the 15-14 lead. Spin serve. Resets to Jackman. I don't think there was a touch there, but anyway, it came back onto the Soul Machine side, so it's another mistake in attack. And it's now a 2-point lead for the Madawaska Madmen. And Poulin puts his serve long, and so the Soul Machine are able to get that point back. Now a chance for yet another tie. And it's Tyler Kovac. Spin serve, Poulin handles. Sets to Zeman, but he puts it into the net. And as I've said on repeat so far today, we are tied. And it's Kovac once again. Set is up, the attack is wide, and it was Fanton. And miss hit the swing, spun it out of bounds, and back in front. Go Soul Machine. Catches a piece of the tape. They say it hit the floor. McGurr doesn't agree. He thought he got a hand to it. And the Madmen are now going to call a timeout, and so it's 18-16. Of course, there is no challenge in this league. So the Soul Machine, now they take a 2-point lead as we take a little break. Kovac. Continuing on his service game, catches a piece of the tape again. To the back row, Zeman rolls it. That stops the bleeding. And once again, it's a one-point game. That's been the theme of the evening. Baston serves to the back row, down the pipe, Kovac. And it's a free ball, second opportunity for Soul Machine, this time to Mantha. And he's blocked at the net. And it's Jakubiak. Who stops big Jory Mantha. And we're tied again at 18. Baston again, that one goes long, and it is the Soul Machine who are back in front, 19-18. Alex Elliott to serve, another former Team Ontario player, McMaster Marauder once upon a time. And Jakubiak the set. Poulan was trying to come down the pipe, but it's an awkward sort of handle, but now it's Mantha, and again he's blocked. De Bruyne in on the defense. He called that one. I'm calling it to him because he celebrated the most exuberantly. And as Jakubiak's going to float this one in. One-handed set opportunity. I think that was a lift. And it is Madawaska now taking a very late lead. And a quick set. Afoa can't really get much on it, and they get a second chance. Afoa again, big swing, big kill, big point. Tied at 20. Madawaska took the first set. They're tied here again. And it's Nikola Dimitrievich to serve. Floats the serve. Quick set. De Bruyne was on the attack. Soul Machine can't handle it. It's Madawaska now up at 21. No Josh Collins, no Pierre-Louis Manville tonight for Soul Machine. Oh, sorry, no Josh Collins for Soul Machine, no Pierre-Louis Manville for Madawaska. But Mantha puts his swing out of bounds. Louis Manville, as I mentioned, former Canadian national player. He played 8 years for the Canadian national team under Glenn Ho. He was out last week as Madawaska took their first match. Soul Machine were also winners, but it's Madawaska looking in control, if you can say that, in a 2-point game at 22-20. They took the first set though, and we are in a timeout, so just going to take a quick refresh. And back we go. Long serve. That was Gerardo back into serve. And he gives that little bit of a lifeline to the Soul Machine. That's their big man himself, Mantha. See where he puts his serve this time. Not so much on it. Poulan has to check his run a little bit now from the back row. There was a touch. Not at the net. I think it was a little further behind from the defenders. You could just hear the slightest little scrape. And we're tied. Go figure. Mantha ace. Fantastic stuff. And there's the timeout. Joey Mantha, sensing his team needed some big moments, gives him a couple. And we go 23-22 into the timeout. It's Mantha again to put his team within a point of the second set. Handled that time. Poulan, big block. That was front lean on that one. Zeman goes out of bounds. There was no touch, and that is the second set. We are tied at one set apiece as the team switch ends, and I'm going to take a little break. I'll be back with you in just a few minutes for the third set. Let's get this back underway. The usual suspects out there for Soul Machine. There's Dimitrievich, Mantha, Afoa, Kovac, Fotley, and Elliott. And Fanton, De Bruyne, Zeman, Battiston, Poulin, Jakubiak for Madawaska. And in comes McGurr, the libero. Matthew McGurr, Mohawk and Durham College player once upon a time. And the first serve from Elliott. Mantha tries to keep it going off the block, but the first point of the third set goes to Fanton and the Madawaska Madmen. Gerardo to serve. Comes to Fotley. McGurr can just get a hand to it. And we are tied at 1 here in the third set. Let's get that scoreboard sorted out. And there we are. It's Dimitrievich. Floats and serve. Fanton comes to Zeman off the hands. Chance now in transition for Soul Machine. Nothing doing. McGurr sets Zeman. He rolls it. Nice placement. That's a good point for the Madawaska Madmen. Handles that one a four on the end of that quick set. And it's 2-2. Mantha, Poulin on the end of it. Comes back to Poulin. Dimitrievich can just throw his hands up on that one. Save his face. And it is 3-2 for Madawaska. And Jordan Zeman back to serve. Spins this one in. Kovac handles it. Comes to Fotley. Has to lean back on that one. A little bit behind him, but he puts the finish on it. First match of the night went 5 sets with the Magnus Spartans knocking off Bounce United. And this one has been just as good with these two teams trading each of the first 2 sets. Floated in. Soul Machine can't chase that one down, and Madawaska retakes the lead. Almost identical to the first 2 sets, back and forth, neither side pulling out much of an advantage. And here is Mathieu Poulin. He can swing him a little bit. Set to Kovac. Off the hands. Now in transition. Fanton can't finish it off. Kovac again. Rolls it over. There's a net violation on the Madmen. And again, we are tied. I think I should just let you know when we are not tied. So that seems to be happening less often. Fotley, nice swing handled by Poulin. To the back row, Zeman, cross court, nice tail shot there. And Jordan Zeman, former Queens Gales player in his time in U Sports. Up 5-4, so it was back then CIS, and Battiston's going to be back to serve. Quick set, not able to get much on it is Elliott, and then it's lost up in the rafters. And then it sort of ricochets around in there. because that's when the point happens. So it's 5-5 as our official explains the exact ruling. Everyone's in good spirits here, though. Friends on both sides. And the serve goes into the net. That was Kovac. Here's Jakubiak. Zhukovsky. One-handed tip over. But then in transition, De Bruyne. And the team has a 2-point lead. It's Dimitrievich who sort of one-handed tipped over the net and it allowed the transition opportunity for the Madmen. It is 7-5 for Madawaska now. Zhukovsky, the setter, still back to serve. Floats this one. Muhawa handles. Over to Mantha. And now another transition opportunity. Cross court from Fanton, though, and swings it well wide. And Afola's back into the game, and coming in to serve is Nicholas Sandich for Soul Machine. Alex Elliott also has a seat. Going to be Sandich to serve. He floats it right at McGurr. Zhukovsky to Zeman. 3 at the net. There's the block by Afoa. Sandich again. This time, Fanton on it. Zeman. Not sure Mantha knew what was going on, but he gets a piece, and it's a free ball over to Madawaska. To Pipe. Pele tips it over, and Mantha can only volley it over. Now the one-handed serve, but Mantha there at the net with the block off Fanton. On the Soul Machine, retake the lead. Two teams looking to go 2-0. Down the pipe comes Pele, but it's a back row attack. Violation. It's over the attack line. And you see McGurry, the libero for Madawaska, goes, yeah, I think they got that one right. But Zeman, who is there? Nikola Dimitrievich. One-on-one with the block. That forces a timeout from Holly Grossinger's team. And the Soul Machine take a 3-point lead. Out from timeout, Fanton on the attack, but Mantha just said, I'm hanging on the net. And the first point goes to the Madmen. serve, Girardo checking in as he does. Jeremy Hoekstra into the game for Soul Machine. Catches a piece of the tape. Not on the same page are the Soulmen, Zafoa and Dimitrievich there. That's it. Area that leads to a point for the Madmen. Here's Girardo. There's spin serve coming. Big swing on that one. Mohawe, quick set. On the same page there. And Afoa finishes it off the block. Phantom's back in the game for Madawaska after Girardo's serving. Dimitrievich serves this one. Phantom on the end of it. It's going to come to Poulin. He puts it off the block and out of bounds. And Madawaska gets 10, and it's another 1-point game once again. Liam Gray again. On serve duty. Takes a little something off that one. The set to Mantha. He can only put it to the back corner. Causes a little trouble, but Poulin now in transition with the big point off Dimitrievich. And we are tied at 11. William Gray, an all-star as a setter in his time with Georgian College. All-Canadian, pardon me, CCAN. Takes that one into the net though, looks up at the ceiling. Hoekstra back out, Kovac back in. Mantha, spin serve, shoots it over to Poulin. There's a net violation on the set, leaned into the net. So Mantha's going to have another chance for a powerful serve. Set. Shoots it over, Kovac in transition, puts his swing wide.
Alright, this one is not just finished, so we're just going to announce
Zeman is going to serve. Puts his into the net.
And from Unity, from Polaris United, we have Emily Nicolishin.
Polaris
Congrats, guys. You can come over
and
with your
Soul
ready.
Machine have wrapped up over on the other court. Serve goes long. That's Lynch into the game. Grant Lynch brought in to serve, but he puts his out of bounds and he takes a seat. And it's Poulin again. And Poonch served. And it's a free ball. Now in transition, here comes the point for Zeman. Mantha able to dig it, still active. And then Mantha. Whew, lucky over the net, but Zeman now on the attack. Over bump at the net. And Phantom puts it off Mantha's hand. For the point to knock this game at 14. Poulin steps back again to serve.
We have a correction from Polaris United
serve.
declares the match is JD
In play, down the pipe goes Mantha, but blocked at the net. It's Battiston there. And I think there was a net violation that I missed on the initial call. So it goes Soul Machine's way. Battiston knew it too. That move to serve. The set to Phantom. Mohawe handles it. Rolled over. They want a net violation. Nothing doing. Zeman from the back row. They're certainly was some net movement. They wanted a net violation. We don't have the benefit of replay, obviously, but there was no ball near the net, and the net did move. So I'll just let you at home be the judge. And it's Battiston to serve. Catches a piece of the net. It's a set. A bump set is to Kovacs, and he puts it off the block and out of bounds. So Soul Machine retake the lead. I don't have the stats on this one, but the amount of lead changes in this match over the 3 sets have been quite high. Kovacs. The set is to Phantom. He puts it down. Zhukowski played for Brazil's national team at the youth levels. Set goes to Mantha, cross court with authority. And it's Alex Elliott who is back to serve. Line drive. Trying to serve. The set's to Zeman. Blocked, but out of bounds. Soul Machine trying to argue for a touch. Don't think there was one there. And Gerardo back in to serve. He's had a little joy back there on serve duty tonight. Spin serve. Set from Dimitrijevic to Mantha. He goes cross court. It's out of bounds. There is a touch, though. And some point for the Soul Machine. And Gerardo checks back out for Phantom. And it's Dimitrijevic. Phantom handles. Zhukowski goes to Zeman. Big swing out of bounds. No touch, says our officials. And it's Soul Machine with the 19-17 advantage. This is the third set, remind you. As it says in the top left corner of your screen, each team has taken 1 set each. McGurr. Zeman on the attack. And Zeman wins the point for Madawaska. And we have another game that is separated by a single point. Spin serve, goes long. Serve, now the overbump, the opportunity for Soul Machine. Down the pipe comes Mantha. Still going, it's going to be a free ball though. Second opportunity, Afoa, but Battiston is there. Battiston with the little stare through the net. His friends who are over on the Soul Machine calling him out a little bit. Battiston with a little wry smile. Zeman, nice serve. And there is the encroachment there. Battiston a little overzealous. The ball had not crossed the plane of the net. Dimitrijevic was trying to set, and Battiston was there interfering with the play. Lynch puts his serve out of bounds. Back into serve once again. And we return to having a 1-point game. And it's Poulin, his team, needing 5 points for the set. Good serve from him. Dmitrievich, the set goes to Fotley. A lovely dive from Poulin to keep it going. Soul Machine on the attack. Fotley again. It goes out of bounds. Is there a touch? No, there wasn't. We are tied again. Amazing. Poulin to serve. Martha gets it. The set goes to Kovac, who finishes. Jakubiak and Jackman coming in together once again. They have all evening. And it is Paul Jakubiak who's back to serve. Another York Lion once upon a time. He floats it. McGurr. Zeman from the back row. Nice dig, though, by Jakubiak now. Mantha can only roll it over. That's the Fanton. Still on Madawaska side. Fanton again. And there is a net violation on Soul Machine. And we are tied at 22 points apiece. And Gray back out. De Bruyne in. And it's going to be Battiston to serve, who is going to blink in this third set. Just lofts it in there. The sets to Kovac. He rolls it over the block. And now Fulton comes back. And Kovac is there. Now 2 points away. Timeout called by the Madmen. It is 23-22 for Soul Machine. Timeout. There's Zeman on the attack. Off the block. Out of bounds. And what do you know? We're tied again in the decisive points. This game has been something else. Zukowski serves. Sets to dart Jackman, but it's off the block. Comes back off Jackman and out of bounds. Now it's a timeout by Soul Machine as we are on set point here in the third set. Zhukovsky to serve. Shoots it over to Mantha. Pounds it off Zhukovsky, but it's still going, but it's a free ball now. Soul Machine. Mantha tip. There's someone on the net there. It's someone on Madawaska. We are tied again, and we are going to extra points once again. Fanton on the attack now, starts in transition. The set to the back row, down the pipe. Kovac off the block, out of bounds. It is 25-24. And it is set point for Soul Machine now. Elliott floats it. Set. Mantha, not sure he knew what he was doing there, but it's back on the Madmen's side. There's a net violation on Soul Machine. And we are tied at 25, and we're going extra points here at the third set. I don't think we're ever going to leave. And it is Gerardo again. Back in on serve duty. Then serve. There was a call of out. Mantha on the attack. My goodness, great dig though. Gerardo. And then it's a free ball. Soul Machine. Down the pipe. Kovac. And another opportunity for the set for Soul Machine. Dimitrievich, another chance at the set. Zhukovsky shoots it over to Poulan. 26 all. And it is Gray into serve. And serve coming. Dimitrievich, set to Mantha. He goes cross court. Is there a touch? No, there is not. So now set point opportunity for Madawaska yet again. And it's a timeout for Soul Machine and another set point. Gray serving for the set. Then serve, Muhawe handles it. Dimitrievich the set. Mantha off the hands, out of bounds, 27 all. We've already been going for about an hour and a half after a 5-set match. And it's Mantha on the serve. Set Zeman off the hands, back on Madawaska's side. Now Poulan off the block and back on Madawaska's side. And another set point for Soul Machine. This is ridiculous and yet amazing. And great advertisement for this league. Mantha, big swing, Gray on the end of it. Zhukovsky, Zeman, blocked. Kovac. And a follow there. And that one is done. The third set, 29-27 Soul Machine. They now lead 2 sets to 1. They switch sides. We take a break. But it's going to be another set at least of this kind of craziness. Stay tuned, folks. All right, back we go for the 4th set. And it's Tchaikovsky to serve. Mihaly handles it. The set's to the back row. Big cross-court kill. And that's Fartley. And first blood in the 4th set goes to Soul Machine, who lead 2 sets to 1. Dmitrievich. Tchaikovsky, quick set. De Bruyne. And we're 1-1. And back to serve. Girardo again. Lovely serve, almost caught the line, but Kovac was just there. The set goes to Poulet off the block, out of bounds. Madawaska now takes their first lead of the 4th set. Girardo. That one finds the corner for an ace. Mantha let it go, and it just caught a piece of the line. So now 3-1 for the Madmen. Mitrovic shoots it over to Flatley, but it's blocked. Zeman's there, and it's 4. Gerardo again. Catches a piece of the tape. Howey's going to set. Mantha. He's blocked. 3 men there. I think it's Zeman again. I think this is the biggest lead anyone has had this entire match. It is 5-1 Madawaska. And the momentum halted as the serve goes long. Good serve game by Gerardo. York and Ryerson, a former player, former Team Ontario player, and Mantha, big spin serve. Quick set, De Bruyne. And if the early returns are any indication, this game could be going to a 5th set, but I believe I said that earlier, so we'll see how my prediction holds up. Gray. It's a free ball now, chance in transition. Zeman rolls the shot over. Comes to Flatley. A roll shot of his own. Kulan. Good rally going. To Kovac, off the block, and in. And Nicolette Sandich back into serve. Another one of those designated servers for Soul Machine. Quick step, off the block. Off the antenna. And so it is point Madawaska. It is now 7-3. Once again, I don't think the score has been updated. It still says 6-3. And it's another ace. And timeout is called. I think they've missed 2 points. It still says 6-3. I'm going to go with 8 because I trust myself. Wait, there's 7 and there's 8. And I'm 2 for 2. And it's a timeout, by the way. Zeman with the powerful spin serve. The sets to Kovac. The block is there. Battiston and Zhukovsky. And this is highly unusual. As a team, it's not a 1-point lead. It's not a 2-point lead. Zeman again. Zeman with an ace. 10-3 Madawaska. are good to resume. The floor gets wiped. Zeman over bump, chance in transition. Jakoski to Battiston. And it's becoming automatic for Madawaska as they look to even this match at 2 sets apiece. Zeman just rolling off the serves right now. As I say that, puts it into the net. So it is 11-4 for Madawaska. And Soul Machine having to play some catch-up, really, for the first time in this game. It's always been back and forth and back and forth. As the gym falls deathly silent. Hotly into the net. And it is Poulin who's back into serve. Spin serve from him, and that's way long. Neither side able to rally much in the way of serves together. It is Kovac. Jakoski. Got Fanton. The block is there, but they'll get another opportunity. Fanton again. Dimitrievich got the hands to it. Couldn't react though. De Bruyne back in, Gray's back in. Sorry, Gray's back out, pardon me. Battiston on the serve. Samantha, the tip. 3 at the net, no one behind. And the point goes to Soul Machine. Elliott floats it. Kubiak. Off the hands of Mantha from Zeman. And it is 14-6. 11 points away from a 5th set. And it's Jakoski. Tries to place it, goes wide. Dimitrievich, the setter, is back to serve. He floats it, handled by Fanton. Coming back to Fanton, but my goodness, Mantha is there. Wins the one-on-one with the block. And still, Dimitrievich floats this one. Poulin, Jakoski, Zeman. Off the hands, Mantha got a hand to it, chasing it down, not enough though. And Jurado back into the game. Really got things going here, did Brad Jurado. Spin serve. Dimitrievich to Mantha. They've caught some hands. It is 15-9. Mantha now to serve. He's really got to start helping his team back into the game. And there's how you do it. Oh, thought it was going to be an ace, but it is an ace in the end. And as I said, Mantha, somebody, in this case it's Mantha, needs to start closing his team back in if they want to still have a fight in this set. He puts up an ace. My goodness, the power in that serve. Mahale sets up Kovac. And the Madman, the block is there off of Poulin. And it's a point for the Soul Machine and a timeout. It is 15-11. Mantha. Can he do it again off the timeout? And he puts that one long. So Madawaska stops the bleeding. The deficit is a little smaller. Quick set down the middle. Goes a 4. NFO makes the half step towards the service line, and then nope, it's not my duty. And Nicholas Sandich is ready to check back in for him. Sandich, nice spin serve, almost caught McGurr, but Zeman. Now a chance in transition, a set shot over to Kovac. Poulang, off the hands, out of bounds. And funny story, folks. Running out of battery here. This game has gone so long. And it is 17-13. Back in to serve. Is Jakubiak. Shot set over to Poulet off the hands and in. Jakubiak down the pipe comes Mantha. He gets a poke on it. And it's enough to win the point. Kovac with an ace. The lead is down to 3. Now Kovac trying to continue a comeback here. McGurr on the end of it. Quick set, Battiston puts it down. Madawaska 6 points away from forcing a 5th and decisive set. That will be Battiston back to serve. Howe. Mantha. It is long. Sets to Mahawe. Send service to Mahawe. Mantha tries to take something off it. Set to Mantha again. This time he puts it down. I just remembered I have the capacity to charge what we're doing so we can continue on. And there we go. Off the block. Still going. Phantom. That is out of bounds. Now Elliott. He floats it, but it's short. 21-17. Madawaska looking very much like a fifth set is on its way. Zhukoski. A quick set, Afoa right out of bounds. There was a touch on the way out, say our officials. Madawaska disagrees. Now all the way back. Dimitrievich goes cross court, Fanton on the end. Zeman off the hands now in transition. Chance for Soul Machine. Mantha is just going to poke it over the block. It looks like it is going to be a free ball. Dimitrievich. Fotley. And again, there comes Mantha. Major on the end of it. It's right there for Fotley. Pushes it down, and it's a point for Soul Machine. This one is not over yet. Dimitrievich floats this one in. Zeman, I think he took that one personally. He had that look on his face that he wants to force a fifth set. He just wound up and fired. Gerardo again into serve. He started the run for Madawaska, and he wants to finish it with one. Foa blocked. Muhalle there on the end. Trying again. Fotley off the block and point for Soul Machine. I don't think this one, despite the 2-point advantage for Madawaska, I have a feeling this one might close right up again. Mantha. Boulay has to chase it down. And now here's the chance in transition. Quick set to Foa, but it's out. Golden opportunity. Goes begging for Soul Machine, and it's a 3-point game once again. Chance of it over bump, and there's a lift. A back row attack, rather. Back row violation. Dimitrievich had his hand over the net and put it over. So it is set point as we go into a timeout. Set point, 24-20. Madawaska wants to push it to a fifth. Gray. On the point, again, interfering with Soul Machine as they tried to play the point. Battiston argued his case that he just had his hands straight up, but he crossed over the plane of the net. And Sandich into serve. It's still set point. And Battiston finishes it off as Kovac tried to chase it down. And we are going to a fifth set. The teams switch sides. This one will go to 15. And I'll be back I need to catch my breath just one last time before we make the sprint to the finish. Be back with you in just a few minutes, folks. Here we go. We know it's going to end with this one. Second 5-set match of the evening for us here at Ryerson University. I hope you've enjoyed everything so far. This promises to be an exciting finish to what has been a stellar match tonight. Soul Machine in black with the red libero. Madawaska in red with the white libero. And now it's Zeman on the attack, finds the first point of the set for the Madawaska Madmen. And it is Pedro Zhikoski to serve. And the sets to Mantha. He pokes it, not fooling Zhikoski. McGurr, the bump set. And Dimitrovic can only really swat at the ball. And it's an early 2 for Madawaska. Zhikoski again. The set to Mantha off the hand, still going. McGurr the set with Zeman. And it's Zeman again. That one's off of Fuller's hands, and it's early 3 for Madawaska. Remember, we only go to 15 in the 5th set. Zhikoski. Holloway the set, and it's going to be a free ball. Mantha just dumps it over. Now in transition, Zeman, and it's 4 for Madawaska. That is the much needed timeout. Soul Machine feeling this one slip away from them. They call a timeout. Zikoski again. Muhawe lets it go, and it is out. So there is the opportunity now for Soul Machine. It'll be Dimitrievich to serve. Now, can he match his counterpart setter's service game? The quick set, De Bruyne. It is 5-1. Girardo. The reason for the early surge was some fine serving from him early on in the last set. Spin serve from him, Muhawe. The pass. Felt like Zeman was there and he sort of blocked, swatted the ball down onto his own side. But it is a point Soul Machine. Phantom back in for for Girardo, pardon me. And it is Mantha. His team trails by 3. Poulin, the block is there. As Poulin again rolls it. It's effective. It's 6. Gray. Liam Gray to serve. As we want a little pause to wipe up the floor a bit. Liam Gray. And it's an ace. What you want from your guys to bring in, you can bring in mainly for serving purposes. And another wipe of the floor. Quick set, Afoa gets down to the floor. Thought the set was a little too high for him. And it's Sandich again in to serve. The set's to Zeman. Mantha with the dig, and it rattles around up there. And it is a point for Madawaska. And we will switch ends with the score. 8-3 for the Madmen. A quick change, a substitution. Sandich out, Afoa back in. Oh, pardon me, Afoa is also out as Muhawe comes into the game as well. Back in at libero and Zeman. Nice pass. A quick set. Elliott, but now in transition. Poulin, but it's blocked. But it's still going again. Poulin again. Off the net and down. Point Madawaska, and they are in control. And Jordan Zeman, another spin serve. There's the set. Kovac off the hand, still going. A little poke over. Second opportunity for Soul Machine. Fotley. Point. Soul Machine. Coming in to serve again is Zikoski. is Dart Jackman. Jakubiak, pardon me. Paul Jakubiak and Dart and Jackman. To Zeman off the hands, and it's double digits now for Madawaska. They are within sight of eking out this match. What a battle this one has been. They won the first set, lost the next two, came back to win the fourth, and now on course in the fifth. And it's Poulin. And it's an ace! And it's a timeout for the Soul Machine. This one's slipping away. Madawaska on course to go to 2-0. This holds Soul Machine. We go to 1-1. Mathieu Poulin again back to serve. 4 points away from taking this very long match. We've gone over 2 hours. Big serve and another ace from Poulin. And now 3 points away. Again, nice serve, handled though. The sets to Kovac. The block is there. They get another opportunity. And this cue from Madawaska, and Soul Machine get a much badly needed point. They need to start stringing a number of serves together to get back in this. It's Kovac. It's a nice one. It's right there at the net for Mantha. And there's one. The over bump, and Jory Mantha's right there. And he's not going to make a mistake on that one. Tries to go for the line. Does Kovac. The quick set. Battison is there. Not much on it. Now Mantha in transition, but it's blocked. Battison and Zhukowski there, working together on the block. That's going to be Battison, 2 points away from the match. My stomach is growling. I need a drink. Battison with the opportunity puts it into the net. 13-7. Soul Machine still with a tiny bit of life. It's Elliott to serve. Fanton on the end of it. The set goes down the pipe to Poulin, but he puts it into the net. Still not time to panic for Madawaska, but it is a couple of points for Soul Machine. And Elliott goes to Poulin. The set goes to Zeman from the back row. And it is in. Catches some of the line. And it is now match point. That will be Pedro Zhukowski, the setter, to try to finish it off. It's been a marathon. The float, Mahawa handles. The set goes to Mantha off the block, out of bounds. And this match is extended at least another point. Fotley's back in. Dmitrievich back in. He'll come back in to serve. Stave off. Match point once again. The set. Fanton off the block, out of bounds, and finally, that is the match. Madawaska Madmen take this one in 5 sets. They won the first one, they lost the next 2, and then they won the last 3. So I'm going to sign this off quickly. 2 great 5-set matches on the men's side tonight. I will be back next week. I might be I might be there only for the second game, but I hope you'll join us again here on the One Volleyball Premier League live stream. But for now, my name is Gavin Day. I hope you enjoyed everything. Have a good night, everybody.